Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Trump has caused another firestorm with Democrats and Republicans the other week when he spoke about America occupying the Gaza Strip. He spoke to Benjamin Netanyahu, the Prime Minister of Israel, and well, the mainstream media took what Trump said, they blew it out of proportion, and obviously Trump didn't explain what he meant about America occupying Gaza. The moment you mention occupy, especially in Gaza, you end up in a world of hurt, right? Don't even say occupy at all, because the Palestinians don't want anyone to occupy their so-called territory, and they're saying that Israel is occupying their territory, which they're not. But anyway, that's another story for another time. So why would they want America to occupy Gaza? Now, I think it was a press conference the day after Trump said that, Caroline Leavitt, who is the press secretary, she said and explained further that what Trump meant, he said that there's going to be no boots on the ground. And why Trump said the things that he said was, I think he wanted America to help rebuild Gaza. And Trump's thinking about peace. He's trying to think about, how can I create a peaceful Middle East? Because at the moment it's not peaceful. And Trump's a deal maker. He is someone that gets stuff done. He gets two people in the room and he tries to find the best outcome for everyone involved. And him saying, oh, America is a superpower, and America, going and helping rebuild Gaza, but not necessarily occupying it, so to speak, I don't believe for 1 second that's exactly what he meant. I could be wrong. Okay. I don't know what Trump was thinking. I'm not in his brain. But anyway, loads of people had things to say about Trump's comments. Loads of people were not happy, especially online. So, Amala Ekpanobi, I believe her name is, she was like, I voted for this, and this, but I didn't vote for America occupying Gaza. I didn't vote for anything like that. So that was Amala's take. And then you have obviously the usual suspects. Jake Shields, I believe his name is. I get tired of Jake Shields' tweets, so I had to unfollow him because, and I don't want to live inside this echo chamber, but can you really be that much of a dingbat? I don't know. Maybe you can. And obviously another usual suspect is Candace Owens. And she had some rather strong words for Trump on the apparent ethnic cleansing of Gaza. So let's have a watch, shall we?
Why would they want to stay home? Because they recognize where they are. So if you're going to build it big and you're make it beautiful, Trump, let them stay there while you do it. I'm sure they would be very happy to do that. And for those of you who can't even imagine, just take a second to pause and think about the fact that for 2 years, these people have been walking on foot, children crying. Find it. It's online. Go look at it. Bleeding, kids being shot in the head. Okay, they're saying 20,000. We know it's now more because of the number that they're giving us in terms of saying how many people have to be moved. It's simple math of how many people are dead there. How many majority women and children are dead in this area. So you imagine you go back and forth. Finally, it is over. And you are now being told that, well, you are going to be really happy because we're going to put you in a country where nobody speaks your language, no one understands you. And you're just going to, I don't know, be in the UK, be in Ireland. Isn't that a better plan? Won't you be happier there than in the rubble of the place of your ancestors? Isn't that better for you? It's evil. If the theme of what we have been talking about are perfect acts of evil, what has happened to the children and the women of Palestine who had nothing to do with October 7th is a perfect act of evil. And I will not support it. I don't care which friendships have to burn, which invites I won't get, okay? I will not support it because I am a Christian and I am not one that can be maneuvered by money. And I hope that for those of you who are new to my channel, you recognize that that was the ultimate takeaway from everything that was written about me last year, is that I will never bend the knee to evil, whether it comes in a lighter form of Hollywood, being a Hollywood reject and not ever having friends like Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, or if it comes in the form of what I believe is happening right now. It's just not something that is for me. And so that is all I'm going to say on that topic.
I personally don't think for 1 second Trump is going to displace any of the Palestinian people while he rebuilds the Gaza area. Like at the moment, most of Gaza is rubble because of what Hamas has done. Hamas started the attack on October 7th and Israel retaliated. Obviously, Israel wanted to wipe out Hamas, and I was all for that. Unfortunately, there are casualties in war. There are casualties, innocent civilians, children, and as heartbreaking as it actually is to see, and I'm not for that one bit. Let me just make that very, very clear. What I'm for is Hamas no longer existing. And if that meant that Israel had to do things that were unsavory to do in order to wipe out and make sure that Hamas no longer is around, especially in Gaza, so that the Palestinian people that want to be peaceful, law-abiding citizens, let's say, can live in peace, then yeah, it meant that Israel had to do some rather drastic things. Am I for the mass bombings of certain areas? No. And it's horrific to see young kids bleeding. I mean, I somewhat understand where Candace is coming from to some extent and what she's saying. You can look up all the videos. And the thing is, like, we're at the place in society now where so much information is thrown at us. We know so much, but yet sometimes, to me at least, when I look at so much information, it's almost like we know nothing at the same time. Because how do you trust in today's day and age? How do you trust the information that is coming to us? You can't really trust all the information, can you? And Candace is just going, oh, it's simple math to look at how many people were killed, how many people were displaced. You know, it's easy math to just look at all that and see what's taking place there and how many people are being slaughtered or whatever term you want to use. And she's not happy about what Trump wants to do in Gaza. At the moment, it's going to take a lot to rebuild what has been destroyed. And the only thing I believe that Trump wants is peace. But how do you get to peace? It's not an easy thing to do. And you're going to make some rather aggressive enemies along the way. Believe you me, you're going to make people very unhappy because you're trying your very best in a very tricky situation. And if you haven't already noticed, Candace has been rather critical of Israel. It's quite evident. She's been highly supportive of, I guess, ending the whole war itself, but then being more on the Palestinian side of things, which to me is rather interesting, and being vehemently against Israel. We all know that, right? But her takes on Trump's comments, I think, is like a little bit blown out of proportion in my personal opinion. And I'm allowed to have a personal opinion. I know so many people will probably go at me in the comments and say, Jay, you absolutely know nothing about this. Candace knows more about this than you. And look, both of us are commentators. Both of us talk about this sort of stuff for a living. Her more than me. She's got more followers than me. So I'm not trying to make enemies of anyone. I'm trying to share my opinion just like she's doing right now. And if she's wrong and I can explain, like I hope that I have, the best of my ability, why I think she's wrong here, then so be it. Like, that's the point of living in a democratic society, isn't it? Like, I still follow Candace. I don't watch any of her stuff or much of her stuff anymore. And sometimes I hear things like this and I'm going, doesn't really work the way she says it works. Like, she does talk a lot. Okay. I know I talk a lot too, but sometimes she doesn't make any sense. And I'm trying to make sense of what she's said. So I don't know. Anyway, those are my thoughts on the matter. I don't have all the answers for how to fix the situation in Gaza at the moment. It's quite horrific and it will continue being horrific. But what I do know is that I support Israel. I know that's the right thing to do. I don't support terror. I don't support Hamas. I am in favor of Hamas being taken out, gone, no more, because I don't want terror to be around. You shouldn't want that either, Candace. Just saying. Anyway, that's enough from me, but you guys take care. You be blessed, and I'll see you all in the next video.